My name is Sagolnego Iosta. That's my native name. My English name is Allan Jamieson. And yes, my clan is Wolf Clan. And my nation is Gayokono or Cayuga people. And I was born at the Grand River Territory Six Nations reservation, and for the most part was raised in Brantford, Ontario. I practice my culture today by being involved with our community. I'm currently the president of the Fort Erie Native Friendship Center, and they conduct a lot of traditional community supported programs. They have instructors and sessions, classes in all 6 languages of the Haudenosaunee people. And so it's rewarding for me to be a part of that organization and also to maintain connections with my home base, Six Nations of the Grand River, to be a part of that community, and also to be in positions where I might be elder or consultant with organizations that are involved in maintaining or supporting traditional activities. I was raised in a traditional culture, and it was at a time when interest in traditional culture was being revived. And I recall my father saying that he had none of that in his lifetime. And it struck me that I was able to be a part of the revival of our culture. And so my father grew up in a time when you really bought into the Canadian system, and which was what he did, and I don't blame him for that. He was successful enough, had a trade, had a good income, and was a good provider. Yet when it came to our culture, he was void. And it struck me that when he was much later in life, he broke down and actually cried that he hadn't been able to be a part of that. And so I'm very thankful that my life moved in that direction. It depends on the level of assistance that they need. Initially, it would be consultation, smudging, and it might be a situation where they would need tobacco burnt on their behalf. It could be using eagle feathers, using feathers to smudge them, wipe them down. And beyond that, it might be recommending teas or herbal remedies that might alleviate the issues that they have. So it would be, any combination of those. This has been on my mind a lot And it's something that that our people adopted as I guess you would say policy before contact with European people. And what I'm holding is a replica of what we call the dish with one spoon, and that's a wampum belt. This is a record of our agreements that were made among our nations, our people, as opposed to treaties, which would be on paper, curse-off writing, and so, we had to have a way to explain what we had agreed to with our people, and this is what we used was the wampum belts. And so this is a replica of the dish with one spoon, and this belt was meant to be an agreement, was an agreement for all of North America. And what it means is that you cannot use food as a weapon. It means that all of our people have a right to hunt, fish, gather in each other's territories. And our people, there are numerous stories of our people helping other nations, nations helping nations, because I can think of when my people were attacked by George Washington's troops, the generals that he sent. And it's in their own writings that when they destroyed the Cayuga villages, there were 250,000 bushels of corn in storage. And that's the white corn, the hominy corn. So, this tells us that we had food, when we knew about food security. And so if other nations came to us, they could request food of us. And it was our obligation to provide it. And so this belt symbolized that was an agreement among the indigenous people across North America, that food was not to be used as a weapon. And so this is one of the traditions or stories that I think is important to let people know that this is something that we agreed to, long before contact. And when I was growing up, I remember reading about the practice, I believe they called it poaching. And that was because, I remember seeing a story where a family was going to hunt for food. This was in Europe, and the landowner said, "You can't hunt this food, I'll have you arrested for poaching." And it just seemed so foreign to me that, that it just, I couldn't really understand it at the time. So, this is an agreement that was made, among our people. And so this is, I believe, a very important, significant agreement that people need to be aware of.